Hello guys. Hello guys, it's Rado Queen here. It's a really beautiful day and today I have some tomatoes here and I want to make some tomato paste. So I want to make some tomato paste and one of the things I realized when making tomato paste is you deal with a lot of water, and if you don't want to deal with a lot of water, one hack that I saw is that first of all you deep freeze the tomatoes as a yarn whole, you deep freeze them, and then the following one, like for example it's allowed noon, so if I like deep freeze these tomatoes, I'll allow them to like spend the night in the fridge, then tomorrow I remove them and I keep them to allow them to release the water, so that when I get the puree from the tomatoes, it will not take long in boiling, in trying to boil the extra water. So that's one step that you should do. But me, I decided that because I do not want to freeze them with seeds in, so I want to make sure that I remove the seeds. I want to make sure that I remove the seeds from these tomatoes so that I freeze them when they have no seeds. Yes, so the seeds I can use to cook like my stew or my food. Yes, that's what I want to do. So that I make sure, one step is I make sure that I remove all the seeds in these tomatoes. So the seeds will be together, and these I don't know what to call it, this other part is going to be without seeds. So the first step is to separate this. Yes, so you are going to have this aside and you are going to have the seeds separate from your fruits. And this is when you do not want to deal with saving the tomato paste. I found like that is better. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to remove all the seeds from the tomatoes. So I will deseed, and then I'll deseed, then we continue from there. I'll see the seeds from my tomatoes, and I won't put them in the blender and make them in a proper puree. So let's do this. So guys, this is the waste for my tomatoes. You can see this is this is the only waste that I have. The puree, the seeds, they are here. So I have put them here because I wanted to deep freeze them. So I have got like 4 bags. So I shall be removing only 1 bag while cooking. I'll be using 1 bag when cooking. And then this other part, this is the other part for making the tomato paste. So I have put them in these bags and I'm going to keep them in the deep freezer. I want to make sure that they get ice, and then from there we will continue with this video. So I'm so happy. I was feeling, you can think it's a lot of work, but for me I feel like it is worth it because I'm doing this intentionally and especially for my kitchen. So not trouble for me. So we meet when we start doing the tomato paste. It's me separating, removing the skin. And you can see the way it looks now, so it's easy for you to separate. Look at all this water we have gotten from the tomatoes. From each bag is water, and this water I'm going to keep in the fridge and use in my soup. So I'm still going to keep it in the freezer. The idea of doing this is removing this extra water from the tomatoes, as you have seen. Yes, as you have seen, the idea is to remove extra water from the tomatoes. Yes, that's why we are doing that. So I'm going to braid now. Blend the consistency that you want. I think it's okay now. And then we put it on fire. I'm going to go on this. You can see it's not very liquid because I have removed the extra water. Yes. You can see that process of the freezing has removed a lot of water. Yes, and now because of removing the seeds and and the and the shells and the tomato shells, the next I do not have like to sieve because of removing. I've removed this, so I do not have to sieve. After I bread, after I cook this, once it cools down, I'm just going to just freeze. And I need to put some salt. So I think this is something you can do. You have like extra tomatoes. Instead of allowing the tomatoes to go to waste. Instead of allowing the tomatoes to go to waste, this is how you do. And if like for example you are in the village and maybe you do not have fridge or the freezer, you just boil the tomatoes together with the outer part, the seeds and the skin also. You boil. Then after you boil, then you sieve. Yes, you sieve. Now then you'll have invested in a strainer, something to sieve the skin plus the seeds. Yes, so you sieve, and then after that you can keep that puree. You can put it in a container, and you'll be putting it out in the sun for like a week. That puree you'll be putting it out in the sun like for a week. And then after a week, you take olive oil, you pour in that puree, and then you can put that puree in glass bottles. Then you do not even need to have like a fridge. You store in those glass containers, glass bottles. Yes. So here I'll continue boiling. Make sure this paste works. I think it's ready, so I'm just going. You can see it does not have a lot of water, and the reason why is because this water. I have removed all this water from the tomatoes by just deep freezing. Yes, I've been able to extract that water by just deep freezing. So I think that's a really good hack. So I'm going to put out the fire. I'm going to just put out the fire. You can see it is where it is. It looks like a paste. Maybe if I wanted for it to dry a little, I could have done continued boiling. But I think like this, it's okay. So I'll wait for it to cool down.